Hello, this is Dr. Lori Benoit, and I'm going to be reviewing the observation and field experience for Education 333 and 337. So every single module is going to have a link to this observation and field experience overview, and I am going to take some time right now to review it with you. So this is a Google Doc. If you choose to type directly in here, and I recommend that you do, that's part of the assignment. Please take a minute. Let me see if I can escape just for a second here. There we go. Please take a second to create a copy for yourself. So you would do File, Make a Copy, and then notice that you can put it wherever you would like to put it, and you can also name them whatever you want to name it. And you would do Make a Copy, and it would go to your Google Drive. So I need you to do that first to get started so that you can type in this. And cancel. There we go. And then you will actually put your information, once you save this as a copy to your Google Drive, and you name it, you can name it 333, 337, and then put your name. You can name it with your last name, and first name is fine. Save it to your Google Drive. This is where you will keep track of your hours, and you will document your field experience hours. So the objective of observation and field experience hours is for you to participate in a variety of field experiences in authentic settings, including in-person and virtual observation and analysis, learner assessment, lesson planning, and teaching. And you will gain at least 15 hours of observation experience here and field work. So you will gain and document those 15 hours. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. You'll follow all the directives in Moodle regarding the calendar, you will have the option to use a combination of curated videos and in-person experiences. So if you are a teacher of record, and so this means that you already have a job, you're serving as a teacher in the field, then to gain your observation hours, please ask your administrator to give you a mentor. We want to find someone within your school setting so that it's convenient for you to gain your hours, and then you can begin building those collaborative professional networks within your own school system. If you are an undergraduate and you are not yet a teacher of record, you don't have a job in the field yet, then you will receive a field placement mentor from our clinical experiences office. And that placement is actually intended to help you develop those networks, as well as giving you a very wide range of experiences for observation. So that's the purpose of that. I want you to use these forms. So if you're using the curated videos, you will use the virtual form. And if you are using the in-person, you will, if you are using a mentor, you will use the in-person form. So for example, this is the in-person form. You'll need to do the exact same thing that you just did. File, you're going to want to make a copy, and you're going to need to save it to your drive, to your folder, wherever you're keeping all your 333 or 337 stuff. You will need to create a Google Doc in order to do this, or you could copy and paste it into a Word doc if you prefer. And then the same thing with virtual. You follow the same format, and you're going to do the same step if you're using a virtual guided observation. That's for the curated videos. Some field experience hours do not require these forms. So we have assessments directly tied to some of our field work, and you need to just look at the asterisk in the chart that's going to be on the second page of this document, and it will help indicate to you which ones require forms and which ones don't. All documentation needs to be submitted as directed by the deadlines on Moodle and in the course calendar. So this is your assessment. It's 75 points for all of your observation hours, including curated videos, mentor observations, field placement observations, and field work. So these are your hours, documentation, and analysis forms. When you have time, please read over this rubric so that you can see how your grade is calculated. This is the actual log. So notice that I've already filled this out for you with what the events are. All you have to do is fill out the right-hand side. So for example, in module 1, where it says teaching cycle with pre-assessment, notice it does not have an asterisk on it. So this one does not require a form. This is actually 2 hours of this assessment. This assignment is built into our major assessments in the course. And then 2 hours is built into your field work. So you don't have to do anything here. You don't have to put anything in this box at all. For where it says module 1, curated video or in-person observation, that's where if you choose a curated video, you would copy and paste the title and the URL into this box. If you choose to use the mentor, you would put the mentor's name and the mentor's email, so that if I need to, I can verify. So if you go down this little log, you can see that there are places where the asterisk is present again, and that would require a form. And then once we get into the lesson plan, that's going to be another assessment where it does require field work for you. And so that's why 4 hours is tied to the lesson plan. You will be working in the field, whether you are looking at student data to help modify a lesson plan, or you're collaborating with a mentor to gain a lesson plan, or whether you're reviewing some of your peers' lesson plans and revising your own. So we've built in hours for that. Finally, we have built in hours for, oh, I don't know why this got there. I really don't want it that way. Let me see if I can put it back here. Oh, I think I know what happened. Yeah. Give me just a minute. I think I accidentally spaced and it got all my line spacing off. Yes, it did, but now I fixed it. There we go. So we're back at our log. And for this particular, the field lesson and the field lesson evaluation, that's going to be 2 hours. So there are 3 assessments: the pre-assessment, teaching cycle with pre-assessment, that's 2 hours. The lesson plan is 4 hours, and the field lesson is 2 hours. So I built those into this schedule for you. Everything else, you will either need to select curated videos from the list below, it's on page 3, or use in-person observations. So notice that the ones that have the asterisks, they actually require those observation forms, either the in-person or the virtual that I went over with earlier. You're either going to copy and paste, or you could link them into the document after the curated video list. If you use links, make sure you have given permission for me to view the document. If it's copy paste, then you need to start a new page with each form. So this is what I'm talking about. Let me go right here. If I select share right here, this is what's going to pull up. Notice that it says anyone with link. I had to give permission to that. It automatically is going to be restricted. I don't want that. I want anyone with the link. Then I could copy the link, and then I can paste the link, and it automatically is linked wherever I paste it, as long as I have the permission set that anybody can view it. If you choose not to use links, then you'll need to copy and paste these full forms into the document. I recommend hot linking it and just making sure you give me permission, but it's completely up to you. This is the curated video list for 333 and 337. You can choose any from this list that you wish. I've recently checked them and they're all working. Please let me know if you go and one is not working. Each of these videos counts as 30 minutes. So this means that you are going to have to do 2 of them to make up 1 hour. None of these videos is actually 30 minutes. Most of them are around 10 minutes or less. However, by the time you complete the virtual observation form for them, you will have arrived at about roughly 30 minutes of observation time. And that's what we're going for. So if you notice in the log, I actually made these spaces a little bit larger where you would have to put, oh goodness, what did I do? So where you would actually have to copy and paste those URLs, I actually made that space a little bit larger because I wanted to remind you, you're having to do 2 videos. So you'll need 2 titles and 2 URLs. If you just copy and paste directly from what I have here, that is perfectly sufficient for me to just put them in there. And I've tried to select videos that are a wide range of content areas and grade levels so that you can get, not only will you see your content represented here, but hopefully you'll be able to get some ideas from some of the other content areas. So in the instructions where it says to copy and paste or link the document after the curated video list, if you just continue scrolling down here, all you would do is start copy and pasting those. If you decide to hot link it, that makes it super easy. I could just go in and select those links and it will take me straight to the documents that you have filled out. If you decide to copy and paste them, please start a new page every time so that I don't get, it doesn't all run together and I don't get confused. If you have any questions or comments about observation, please don't hesitate to reach out. Email me, Benoit, so LBENOIT 11 at McNeese.edu. And of course, it's also included in the syllabus. Reach out, email me, let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy your fieldwork. It's one of my favorite parts of the course.